RimWorld Alpha 15 is officially out, but since I'm still doing RimWorld Alpha 14 playthroughs, I thought I would do Alpha 15 as a modded playthrough. And as soon as we finish up some of those Alpha 14 playthroughs, then if people want, I'll start a normal Alpha 15 playthrough. But I'm not too savvy on having 3 effectively standard playthroughs going on all at the same time, so I thought I'd spice this one up a bit. I don't have a whole lot of mods going on, just a few of them. A core mod here, Medieval Times, to add a few factions and items and armors and weapons and stuff like that. This is basically how I'm going to be playing. I'm going to try to stick to the Medieval Times sort of theme, and we'll see how that goes. I might have to break out of that in a couple cases, depending on how much this adds. I don't know. And then we got expanded prosthetics and organ engineering, switching around organs and stuff like that. Seems like kind of a cool medieval-y thing to do. I don't know. We'll see. Not sure. Facial stuff just adds new faces. Just kind of a fun little aesthetic thing. I figured why not. Hospitality, so I can actually interact with people who visit and eventually try to recruit them and convince them to join me and stuff like that. I figured I'd give it a go and see. And then prepare carefully. I'm not going to be using this to its fullest extent. I'm just going to be making sure that we don't start with somebody who's injured and incapable. And it's easier to do that with prepare carefully, because otherwise I'm just sitting there randomizing over and over and over again, and that can take quite a lot of time sometimes. So we'll stick with that. If people really like modded series, then I'll do more, and we can go for more mods or less mods or switch stuff out, and we'll get all sorts of fancy with it if people want. But I thought I would go for this, keep it simple for now, sort of a probe type thing. I made a quick little scenario here, place tested it just for a quick bit, just to make sure the weapons I started with weren't too overpowered. They seem okay. It's basically just a modified crash landed. We're starting with 5 people because 3 people usually means I get stuck with 4 or 5 total throughout the entire playthrough, and that's just not enough to really do very much with, so I figured starting with 5, maybe I'll get 6 or 7. Hey. I disallowed embrasures, which is basically a wall that you can shoot through and see through that the AI is not usually smart enough to take advantage of, so it's a bit bullshit, so I opted not to use it, so we've just disabled it, just so I'm not tempted. And I switched around. I gave us a little more silver. I gave us some sort of medieval-y foods, a medieval-ish medicine, and the medieval weapons, some of them. There's also like ballistae and catapults and stuff like that I think to do, but I figured why would we have that? I'm thinking something along the lines of we're just a medieval, like small little army group set out to sort of colonize an area, I suppose, or we're just lost after a battle, and I don't know. Make your own story. We'll go with that though. I think that'll be okay. We'll go for Cassandra Classic on probably rough. I seem to enjoy her most on rough because the game's current state with moods being still kind of sort of broken. It gets really difficult to recover when shit goes wrong on challenge and extreme. And the way I play, I usually don't do kill zones. So really challenge and extreme aren't balanced around my difficult playstyle. Since I'm new to it, we'll stick it on rough for now. We'll bump it up challenge or extreme if needed. We'll go for the seed Urist. It randomized Urist, and then I accidentally passed it real quick before I realized what it was. So we'll go for that. Urist, because Dwarf Fortress. I like it. And 400x300 because largest dimensions and all that, yeah. Holy shit. That's actually a really cool seed. I've never seen one quite like that. We got a little bit down in the corner, little bits and bobs of islands. That's really neat. Wow. Urist, you're so cool. Biome. Well, I'm not starting with wood or steel, so we'll have to get that ourselves. So definitely someplace with trees. I'd like, at least. Would it be too boring just to go with standard temperate forest? I mean, who's this? A medieval warband. Cool. How the hell are ya? I mean, again, I'm new to this mod, so maybe my first experience with it will be kind of sort of easy. This might not be too bad. The winters are still really cold. The growing period isn't year round. That might be okay. It's overall a bit cold. That might be alright. Yeah, we'll go for that. Why not? 300 by 300. It's a bit cold, so heating would be campfires or torches. Campfires don't last long. Torches I don't think last long anymore. They used to last a really long time. I don't think they do anymore. So we'll see about heating. I might have to break the medieval feel to put in heaters. I don't know what heating solutions I had back then. I'm not really, I'm not a history buff at all. I don't know much about any of that stuff. And we are mostly capable enough. I really just care about dumb labor, but yeah, these injuries. So we'll prepare carefully. Prepare Carefully is a fantastic mod. You can do just about anything you want with it. I'm going to be gravely underusing it just to make people capable and get rid of any health conditions. That's all I care about. Also, you're quite old. Let's cut that down to just like, I don't know, 45. Get you guys under the age of 50. There you go, 40-ish. I don't know, 35. There we go. We're all fairly middle-aged, which is actually probably pretty old given medieval times, especially for like medieval timesy soldiers. We'd probably be just like, I'd imagine like young 20s. I can't imagine a medieval soldier lasting very long out there. It was very, very brutal conditions. I don't know. We won't go too hardcore with it though. Let's take it kind of easy. Intellectual, artistic, cleaning, probably okay. You don't do violence. I need you to do violence, please. That'll work. An apocalypse survivor and housemate. Hey, both of you. Hey, okay. Hard worker, night owl, fine. Incapable of intellectual, social, artistic. There we go. Fixed. A music lover, come paramedic in the medieval era. Okay. That's fine. I guess I'll randomize you too. Why not? There you go. You don't do mining. That's okay. That's fine. That is okay. We'll see. And then we can customize the starting equipment and all that, but this will be fine. I'm fairly happy with what we started with. I mean, I could add like wood or steel or something, but I figured I should be able to just get it from out in the wild. I mean, it's temperate forest. I mean, come on. Right? Right? Naming is done. If you'd like to see what sort of colonists you got, feel free to pause and look. If you want a colonist yourself, these are Patreon supporters. It's my way of saying thank you to Patreon supporters. $3 per month or more gets you a chance for a name in the game. I just randomize the list. Works for RimWorld, XCOM, really any game that I can do naming in. And I have a higher tier as well for sort of forcing you into the game if I can, like a neighbor in The Sims and stuff like that. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, head on over to my Patreon, link in the description and all that. And feel free to check that out. If you would like a name and you can't really Patreon, can't afford to, don't feel like it, whichever, feel free to also just leave a comment saying, I want a colonist, I want their name to be whatever, and I'll get you in when I can, though we have a lot of Patreon supporters, so that probably won't happen unless we get like 30 to 40 colonists, which that'd be fantastic, but I highly doubt that'll happen. The most I've ever had was like 22, and that was Alpha 10, I think, Alpha 11, 12, I don't know, it was a little while ago. A lot of colonists, no idea what happened there. That whole Alpha was just weird for me. But that's that. The only oddities that we have is Livestream. Shooting 0, he's capable, he's just really bad at it because he was a paramedic and just doesn't like guns basically. So he's getting the crossbow anyway because he needs something. I'll probably make him up a mace or something eventually. And then Jack, he can't have the mace by the way because Dragonfly is brawler, so she has to have that basically. And then Jack is overnight. So Jack, his schedule is basically just Chrissy 12321 schedule copied over. And Dragonfly, because she's too smart and interested, she is the researcher. I do have her repairing too when needed, and I'll probably have her help construct as well. At least at the start. Probably. And then plant cutters being these three folks just, I'll probably be adjusting that over time. I'm usually pretty bad at priorities, and I sort of adjust them as I need to and eventually settle on something that kind of sort of works, and then I just leave it, and then I overhaul it later on. That's how I do it. That works okay. Map-wise, we didn't start near a whole lot, but we do have steel components. So I think we'll probably just end up settling here. It seems like an okay spot. As far as what we can build that's new, not a whole lot right now. The corpse bonfire is basically just a old school crematorium, which is fantastic. We have an old school hydroponics, which is also fantastic. Though this only is one tile and probably doesn't accelerate growth at all, but that's fine. Totally okay with that. Ice gathering station seems a bit strange. I don't know what's going on with that. Make ice to sell? I don't think we can do it because we don't have any snow, but yeah. Actually, it looks like just a crafting spot. Yeah, gather ice blocks. I'd imagine it takes in snow. That's what I'm guessing. And we got fencing, which is awesome. Stops animals, doesn't do anything against attackers, and you cannot shoot through it. I did test that really briefly just to see. Cannot shoot over it. But that's fine. It'd basically be embrasures then at that point. Embrasures for animals. And I think that's it for the time being. Not a whole lot, but there's a lot of research to do. Medieval technologies here. Ice walls, smithing systems, defensive, I mean just all sorts of stuff. They're all pretty easy to do because it's a medieval tech, but I assume that's just so you can get into the game somewhat quickly as medieval. So looking forward to that. We'll be checking that out really quickly. So without further ado, let's get this going here. Just chop up the trees, work your way up there. We'll probably just hang out somewhere up here. Seems like a nice little spot. We'll just do a little storage area like that. Do a couple wood walls for support on the corners. Very cool. Expand the roof build area across. Nice, so stuff will go there. This is normal importance. Allow literally everything. We'll sort it later. And then if you can... Oh my god. Oh, so good. We'll just do one on each side. How about that? The gate costs quite a lot more than the fencing, but that's fine. There's tons of wood to go around. And okay. So go, basically. Need colonist beds. I know. And we'll do a little bit of mining. Just looks like we got a hidden area here. Doesn't look like it's going to be very fancy though. It's probably just like a spot. Happens a lot. So they're doing that. Dragonfly's going to fail a lot, but because she's too smart, her global learning factor is plus 80. So since she's at least interested, she's actually 180%, which puts her over the burning passion mark. So she's doing that. Very nice. Cloud watching reminds me, horseshoe pins. We'll put them in here. Actually, we'll do it there. I like it being there. That seems like a nice spot for them. We'll do that instead. And then structure eventually. I'll pause it so they don't start on it. We'll go up here. Oh. Thought I was able to dig into the mound. That might have actually been like a god mode thing, actually, thinking about it. I thought that was the new thing this alpha, but might not have been. Damn. Well. I was really hoping it could do that. It was this thing that I was doing on my my quick look at Alpha 15 that I had done, the update video that I did. I was able to just build one in every time, so you could eventually cut through a mountain very slowly. And I was like, oh my god, this is great. But yeah, it might have been a god mode thing. Oh well. And we'll put the door there and there. That'll just be a general kitchen dining area. Forbid that though. don't worry about it for now. And then we'll do bedrooms. I like smaller bedrooms, but with a nice bed. That's how I do it, because the space requirement for a colonist changes really quickly. This thing updates really rapidly, whereas comfort really doesn't. You can see he's just lying on the ground, but comfort's not actually moving right now. It takes it a really long while for it to move. So you can take advantage of that, and if you have a really nice bed, the nice comfort move that you get for having a cool bed, it lasts for a pretty good long while. So we'll do a few bedrooms, not terribly large. That might work. I think that's kind of my standard size. I mean, I could cut it a little more if I want to. We'll cut it slightly. So 4 bedrooms there. We'll go do a few bedrooms over here. I think that's right. 4 by 3. 4 by 3, yeah. Door it up. And then probably, since we have the wood to spare, we'll just go for the nice double beds. That'll be fine. Ugh. There. And don't worry about these yet, though. Ugh, really? That's all that. That's all that, okay. Good. So yeah, don't worry about those yet. Just do this, chop down the wood. The constructors being Dragonfly and Livestream. If they're not doing that, then growing. Area revealed. Okay, yeah, that was that business there. We can close that. Okay, so start on that. I want the beds done last, ideally. That'll hopefully give them enough skill ups in the meantime to get decent-ish beds made when they do decide to make beds. Can we get the roof area built, please? Nice, and then hauling. Consuming berries, fine. Okay. Real quick social fight here going on. This Dragonfly just really pissy at Livestream. They're just sitting there eating berries and then bam, and it's over. Jesus, you okay? Cracked torso, or cracked spine, fucked up the torso. Oh man, Livestream, you got the shit kicked out of you. Thankfully she didn't use her weapon. She like tossed her mace aside. It's like a hockey fight. Tossed your weapon aside and just beat him up. Normal. Very glad for that. And then haul the jerk meats as well. Get all the stuff inside. You're gonna haul just pitiful amounts of it at a time. There we go. I wonder if I can make a jerky rack. Might be one of the medieval technologies, not really sure. Hey, without table, I know. Unforbid that door. Get those out of there. Go for a wood floor. Get a nice big table in here. Eventually we'll do power and lamps and stuff like that. Everybody passed out. She's just sleeping outside. That's fine. We still have low expectations and new colony optimism, so that'll sort of override that. And mining is 20 health left. Okay, what is with them just only grabbing 10 jerk meats at the same time? What the hell? He's eaten 3 times now because he just can't grab enough. That's fucked up. Oh well. So you're working on that now. We'll need to haul in the herbal medicine. I'll have you do that real quick. There you go. Bang. And that is now in a roofed area, so its health will not decline. Okay, they're still working on all that. That'll be a lot of construction stuff for them. Sleeping hours. I think I gave them enough hours. They can sleep in if needed. It is joy time right now, but she's still sleeping. Wakes up, does joy. Fills up the joy. If it's still joy hour when she's full on joy, which it is, she'll just do work. So that's why I have so much joy going on at the start of the day. Very serious face. She's really concentrating on that chair. Okay, you and Livestream, I don't know what the fuck is going on with you. Like lazy, bloodlust, chemical interest, brawler, too smart, cold lover. You just don't fucking like this guy. Just not liking him. Okay. Whatever. Put the wood in there. Jack passed out. He went to bed really early. Nice thing about the dining trays is it takes so long to put up. It's a really good thing to farm for skill. Can we get the table made real quick? Get rid of that tree in the way. There you go, working on table. Good. Just so we can eat at a table again. We'll need to do hunting. There's a wolf over there I think I'd like to handle real quick. You're just having a wander, that's fine. Let's jump the crossbow. Head on over here. Wolf's eating a rat? No, rabbit. Alright. Hauling wood. Do that real quick. Come over here. No. Shoot at it. Shoot at it. Man, your range really is pretty short with this. Alright. Who are you gonna go after? Going for Livestream. Livestream cut it north so it doesn't switch to Ron. Did we get it in the leg already? Oh, you cracked its spine. Oh, well done. Yeah, alright. It's basically dead already. There we are. Well done. So, we can put up the butcher table. Could just do a campfire for now. We'll do a field stove. Normal, poor, shoddy, awful. Shoddy. But it's a table. Let's work on the butcher table. Need materials. Well, you just spent the materials, I think. Yeah, you just spent the materials. Orders. Chop more wood. A lot of it's still growing, but that'll be fine. I guess I could have Dragonfly work on, like, the walls down here, too. And doors. Just not the beds yet. No. All unforbidden, okay. Yeah, work on the walls. We'll have Jack work on this. Oh, sorry, Lidstrom work on this. Don't need the materials. Are you sure? 95 wood. Oh, yeah. Because Dragonfly grabbed a bunch. Lacking socially, fine. Sleeping, fine. We'll get bedrooms up tomorrow. Because this area is almost done up here. I shouldn't have done the floor yet. The floor is totally optional this early on. I think I will scoot this over a little bit here. Make sure you get that wood chopped. Groovy. Production. Butcher table. Because I had it offset so two people could be working on it at the same time. We'll do that, I guess. It's really close to the table, but oh well. Need defenses. Ooh, what's that? What's hunting? What is hunting? I heard some critter somewhere just die. I don't know. Okay, let's start hunting though. There's some turkeys over there. Ibex down there. There's an emu over there. Like a thinerium. Because we are running low on food here. We need steel for that. That shouldn't be an issue. So, bills. Mince organs, minced limbs. To obtain meat, watch out for toenails. Requires one natural. So, body parts actually fly off. Makes great prison meals. I don't think they would. I don't know. And yeah, just butcher up whatever. So cooking 1 is Chrissy and Jack. There we go. Fueled stove makes some simple meals. Do until you have. We'll go for 6, 7. A little bit of overlap. Using whatever you can. Finish the roof. Finish the roof. I don't know why they take so long to do the roof sometimes. Alright, back to whatever. There, that room is done. I guess we'll do some mining here, and I guess we'll get some power going. I suppose I'd like to avoid having to do batteries, though. Like, that's not very medieval. Visitors are coming by. Oh god. I don't have anywhere for you to stay. Torch lamp. We'll see if these got nerfed much at all. Where are they, and who are they? Who do we even have for factions? Outlander town, a tribe, a medieval society, a couple of them, and a medieval war band. Ugh. Then a power band, soldiers of torment. So we were hostile against one of everything. The Crowned Coyote. Now that's a bar. That is a fucking tavern. Need to get that meat used up. Spoils in a day. Actually, we need to, like... There's just no way for me to really do it tribe-wise, like, ugh. We're doing too much hunting for this. Cause I can't really do I can't do a freezer. Visitor flag, that's where they're hanging out, okay. So Hernandez, can we talk about your hair? Negotiation, dragonfly's the best. We'll trade. Let's see what you've got. Might be able to sell the meat or something. We're not willing to trade that. Why? I'll sell the jerked meat. I'll sell the meals. A poor sniper rifle, though. Oh. I mean, it's not medievalish, though. I don't know how true to being a medieval society I'm gonna stick. I mean, they're trading it. I mean, they're walking up and they say, hey, look, here's this thing. We're willing to sell it to you. And we're like, oh, wow, that looks cool. I'll take it. I'm gonna say Jack was, yeah, that's Jack. Jack's the most accurate with that. There you go, so keep cooking and all that.